Hello, my beautiful Virgos, and welcome to Mystic Tides Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a reading just for you in regards to the 2026 year of the fire horse. So I'm going to just start right away. Let's just fucking get to it. First card is going to represent this year to you, Virgo. So this is going to help you better interact with the energies that the year's carrying for you. And it's just kind of like, when you know what something is or the vibe that it carries, it just better prepares you, doesn't it? And as Virgo does, sometimes, worry a bit more than they should. And I feel like this will help maybe, hopefully, soothe that part of you. So one card to represent this year to you. Ooh. Sire of Pentacles. That's quite, I don't want to gross anybody out, but that's quite delicious. Sire of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles, okay? Court card of the Earth suit. Suit of Pentacles, element Earth, just like you. So this year for you, it's very much in your lane. And it's so good. I'm like at a loss for words. Okay. I'm just going to keep pulling and then we'll circle back if we need to. It's just super good. So sire, this would be seen as like the king, also the father. So this is a protector, a provider, really heavy energy, very physical. The suit of Pentacles, the suit of Earth is very practical. It's about the mundane. It could be about the everyday, also big picture stuff. And I'm going to say big picture stuff too, just because it is the king. So he is the ruler, right? He's not small potatoes. This is also like health and wealth. And I almost want to say that for you, your health and your wealth are linked together. They're like inseparable. So if there is anything that's been pending or that you've been kind of procrastinating when it comes to your health, I would say hop to it, because the sooner you do, the more rich you're going to feel and maybe actually physically see representation of. So much for not saying anything about it, right? Okay, so the next card, this is how do you best approach this year, generally speaking, okay? So we know the year is going to be the Sire of Pentacles energy, but how do you best approach it? And I kind of already answered that, I think. The Chariot, beautiful. So the energy for the fire horse is not telling us to go full speed ahead, contrary to what some people are saying. That's not what I'm picking up on energetically, regardless of whether you vibe with the Lunar New Year or whether you vibe with Chinese Zodiac. Like, I'm just energetically not picking up on anyone needing to actually rush or hurry things. But Virgo, you are so meticulous and you take your time and you're a perfectionist. So with you, I actually want to say, pick up the pace a little bit. If you feel like naturally the energy is making you move faster, then just stay the course. But or you know what? A better way to say this is compared to your previous year. If you are moving slower than your previous year, you got to pick up the pace. If you're moving at the same, you got to pick up the pace. If you're going a little bit faster, then you're just right, just perfect. And this isn't just in one lane, okay? This is about balancing. We have 2 dragons at the front of this chariot. It's not one. And 2 is about balance. It's also about decisions. You definitely will have to make decisions in regarding to what bucket you're putting your energy into. You only have a finite amount of water. I know it sucks. You hate it. Throw your fit, whatever you want. You only have a finite amount of water and you have multiple buckets. Just do 2. And obviously, because you have a finite amount of water and you only got 2 buckets, well, I can't even. The only reason I'm not going to edit that out is because I am also a Virgo, okay? And one thing about us is nothing makes us cringe and want to shrivel up and die more than making mistakes, because it is so embarrassing. And it's something that I've been working on since as long as I can remember on my spiritual journey. And now I'm at the point where I can always laugh at myself, but now I'm also at the point where I kind of want other people, specifically people that are like me, to witness someone being not so like, oh my goodness, it's a double whammy today. I want y'all, there you go. I want y'all to witness me not being so monitored and so robotic, because obviously I'm not a robot. Yeah, I think that I already said what I needed to say. Oh my goodness, this is too funny. But yeah, so how do you approach the Sire of Pentacles year, you know, for you, generally speaking? Then we get a major arcana, we get the Chariot, and it's kind of like the way that you approach things is a big fucking deal. Number one, it's a big deal because it's you. But number two, it's a big deal because it's almost like you can't afford to not pay attention. And this isn't to stress you out. It's kind of like saying you tend to pay attention sometimes to the things that don't require as much attention, and then neglect the things that need the most. So once again, this kind of like theme of balancing, okay? Alrighty, so now let's go into like your spirituality, or spiritually speaking. Spiritually speaking, what does this year look like for you, Virgo? The moon. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate that this card came out. Because me and the moon, we go way back. We have our issues. We've had our moments where, you know, it's a love-hate relationship. That's all I'm going to say. But the moon is kind of like, you want all the answers and we're not going to give it to you straight. Part of you being on this plane of existence is fucking around and finding out and figuring shit out, sometimes in the hard way. Because it's just the way that it is. You know, I guess I could go into a philosophy. Wow. Oh my gosh, Virgo. Oh, this is a mess. I swear. If you look at any of my other readings, I am not stumbling this much. So this also tells me that, damn, this is a big lesson for sure. This is a big lesson year. Spiritually speaking, like, you're going to be in the waters. You're going to be in the depths. And even in this moon card actually shows you looking out into the ocean. Whereas in a lot of the other moon cards, they show you water in the front of the card. And then as you move towards the back of the card, it's a path. There's no more water per se. So it's kind of like you're going to be going into the depth of your spirituality. And it's not something that the cards, that the universe, that spirit really wants to give us much details about, because they really want to encourage you to move into that more. So I don't know if you're already someone who's been dabbling with maybe even part-time wanting to move into working as being a healer, a spiritual teacher, maybe even a tarot reader. And this is kind of like saying you need to start. And I'm not even trying to say like, oh, just jump off of the cliff. Like, I'm not saying that that's what you need to do, because that's also reckless. And I'm not saying you need to be reckless. Like, there's ways for you to push yourself enough to where you're not as comfortable, but also to where you're not being reckless. I mean, yeah, I don't recommend you being reckless for sure. Not this year. Because this year, even though I'm saying you can afford to pick up the pace a little bit more, probably, it's not about rushing in at all. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to say about that. Let's move on to finances. So this year, in terms of finances for Virgo, please. The Sire of Wands. Oh man, if this did not resonate with me. You either have a partner now or will be looking for a partner that has these qualities. They are someone who not only can take care of themselves, but they can take care of their loved ones. And this is not about them being a sugar daddy or you being a person who doesn't do anything or a person who needs to do anything because everything is going to be provided for you. I mean, obviously it's not. You know, we have the moon for spirituality, so there's going to be spiritual lessons that are going to have to go down this year. But when it comes to your love life, when it comes to the literal fire that is, how should I put this? It's funny because I pulled for finances, but I'm getting more of like a love and spiritual connection. But maybe it's because this person has their finances on lock. When I said that they can take care of not just themselves, but people they love, I do mean also financially, mainly financially. Like, yeah, they could probably take care of them in other ways because this person isn't like cold-hearted at all. That's why it's the fire. Like, this person is passionate. This person has many passions as well. They may be into a couple of different hobbies. And whether they're yours or not, you're just like happy to find someone that has different interests because you also have multiple interests. And you don't ever want to feel like you lose your identity when you mesh with this person. And that's not going to be an issue with this person. So financially, you're not going to be struggling. I don't know if you're struggling now or if you're fearing job security or if you feel that even with the money you're making, it's not enough. Those are going to be worries of the past this year due to the fact that this person's going to help you with that. I don't know if they're going to provide you with tips. I don't know if they're just going to be wanting to give you a stipend. I don't know exactly if they're just going to be like, you know what? You can have all this money or borrow all this money, pay me whenever, no big deal. And they actually mean it. It's going to be something like that, okay? Okay, now let's go into this year's relationships and social connections. So I feel like I need to pull for both. So relationships, not romantic. Or maybe we should. Let's just do it. Okay, Virgo, romantic relationships in the year of the Fire Horse 2026. Did I flip these upside down again? Judgment. This is a big one. I don't know what your relationship status is right now, but this is telling me that wherever you were at, there's going to be a big change. And this change is for the better. Whether you're going to break up with someone or you did, or you're starting to talk to someone or you're going to meet someone, like, it's going to be for the better. It might be a part of your spiritual journey. Well, it definitely is. Everything is. But, like, they might help you with that. But I would be cautious and be very discerning about finding someone in the spiritual community. I don't see you being the initiator in any case, but you will know. You'll know who this is. And I don't know if this is the same person, but something tells me that it might be. Okay, so, and it's a big, like, you have 3 major arcanas already for the year. So that's why I said it before and I'll say it again. This is going to be a big year for you. Okay. So we did romantic relationship. That's what this one was. Let's just do like friends. 9 of Cups. You have no issues in your friend circle. You have a tight friend circle. You trust them. They trust you. It's safe. It's beautiful. There's nothing much to say here. It's emotionally fulfilling. You have the jackpot when it comes to your friends. And I don't know if that is something that you needed to hear, but maybe it is. Maybe you need to take advantage of the moments you have with them while you have them. Not trying to be like pessimistic, but we all have our days counted, don't we? None of us are permanently here, at least not in our physical form. Okay, so let's pull one last card. This is going to be for social connections. So this could be just friends, new friends. It could also be networking opportunities. I don't know why that just came out. I didn't ask or pull for that for any of the other piles, but I'm getting like networking connections. 7 of Swords. Okay, so whether you go to networking events or you start putting yourself out there in a way that finds you either going to like events, literally events, fairs, if you end up going into the spiritual side of things part-time and you want to go and meet people, whether they're having like classes, pop-ups or whatever, I'm not discouraging you from that, but just, you know how you can be vigilant? That's a good thing. There's a reason that you're supposed to be vigilant. And the swords are the suit of air. They represent the mind. They represent thoughts. Excuse me. I was literally about to say they represent communication, and I'm over here choking on my own saliva. And you know, sometimes those pauses that feel like you're stumbling are meant to slow you down, because something is trying to interfere what you're in the middle of trying to say, or it's trying to alert you that it's a bigger deal than you're making it out to be. Okay. So that's just something that came to mind right now, or that was downloaded, however you want to see that. But yeah, when it comes to like networking and putting yourself in social situations, just understand that some people see you as the little dragon, which means, oh, you're small potatoes, but they have no idea what you're capable of doing. And some people see you as the big dragon. Oh, you have that big juicy bone and I want in on it. Give it to me. And understanding that that's just kind of the way that a lot of social connections make sense. It's not just about meeting people and hoping to make these beautiful friendships, especially when it comes to networking. It's about, you know, what can we do for each other so that we can meet each other's needs and this sneakiness doesn't happen. So being upfront about what you want and your needs and your intentions is most definitely recommended, even though you should be vigilant. Like, don't go and meet somebody for the first time and tell them everything. Not that I think you ever would, but sometimes we feel so comfortable with a complete stranger that we end up saying more than we intend to. So you could tell them your intentions, what you're looking for in terms of networking or these social events or how you're planning on growing, and then keep it at that. Don't get too intimate too quickly. If anything, let them tell you more. And then also ask them what their intentions are and what they're seeking. And that way you don't waste any time. And, you know, if you guys are in on this together, you know, there's a lot of relationships that are just like that are made in these networking events of like, oh, you know what? I'm really into this type of thing that you're doing. I would love to collab. Or, hey, if you repost me, then I'll make sure that I include you in my next flyer. You know, like these things can happen at these events. And if that's something you're looking for, be upfront about what it is that you're looking for and then what your expectations are. And then maybe you can find somebody that's even going to share with you their experiences of being at these events as well. I don't know. That took like a weird turn for me. I did not expect to be talking about that stuff, but maybe it's because that's what you needed. Maybe that's where you're headed towards. You're going to be doing definitely more spiritual stuff because it's a major arcana, but with the moon being there, it's kind of like, you're going to be going into depths that I can't really get into right now. And maybe we'll get more details as, you know, your months develop. I am planning on doing another monthly reading in March. I had to skip February because I was out of commission for all of January. So I was barely fine in the middle of February. And then I started doing all these other readings and I really wanted to get the yearly readings out. It felt really important. So I went ahead and did that. But yes, look out for readings in March. I'll probably make a post on it. Not that you care, but yeah, I just wanted to say that. Anyways, Virgo, your reading is complete. I hope that you can get something out of this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. I'm here for it. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next reading. Goodbye.